With Election Day 22 days away, the Badger State seeing more campaign stops. Today, Tim Walz was in Eau Claire and Green Bay. Governor Tony Evers and Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer were alongside Walz to kick off the campaign's Midwest bus tour. First Lady Jill Biden was in Madison today on her New Way Forward tour.
A tough, compassionate, decisive leader. That's the kind of president you deserve, Wisconsin.
Harris will be stopping in Milwaukee, La Crosse, and Green Bay on Thursday. Details haven't been released yet. We don't know when the Trump campaign will be back here in Wisconsin. Trump did have a town hall outside Philadelphia. That's in another swing state. The latest NBC News national poll conducted in early October shows the race is a dead heat among registered voters. The two presidential nominee campaigns with more urgency across key battleground states, both returning to Pennsylvania to rally voters.
We're going to drill, baby drill. We're going to have so much energy. And we're going to bring prices down because, you know, your prices are up. Don't forget, the damage is done.
Trump travels to battleground Georgia tomorrow for a rally in Atlanta.